Putting a male protagonist in a Yuri game is the worst thing they could have done, and they did it. You guys had one job. Stick to your formula and continue making video games about cute anime magical girls. How do you mess that up? This right here is a surefire way of alienating your entire player base. Sometimes, okay, admittedly, quite often since I got into the gacha genre, I'm left sitting here with my jaw completely agape. Not due to the waifus, but instead due to the gargantuan mistakes that studios make when developing games. Some of these are new studios with absolutely no history in the genre. Others have been developing games for years, decades even. Case in point, the Blue Reflection franchise, not to be confused with Blue Archive, is a collection of Japanese Yuri RPGs featuring a cast of exclusively female characters. The game is led by a group of female protagonists, features romance between several of them, and is unique enough to have garnered a following of loyal players. These are games where no male whatsoever exists as any kind of potential love interest. So when a franchise has spent years building this world, catering to this specific demographic, then decides completely out of nowhere with their newest title, Blue Reflection Sun, to introduce a male into the game, not just as a side character, but as a lead character, and more than that, the lead character. You can only imagine the rage that was generated online. This franchise went from an intellectual property that targeted Yuri lovers to a generic game with a male lead and an all-female harem with girls that at one point loved each other, now fawning over him. For whatever reason makes sense to the people that wrote this garbage. You know what isn't garbage though? All of our incredible patrons over on Patreon. You are all an integral cast of protagonists in this story, and I cannot thank you all enough for accompanying me on this journey. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch. I stream there every weekend. Now, apparently there's actually a full-length 2-minute trailer for what is arguably going to be a train wreck of a game, after which we'll take a brief look online and see the general reception from fans of the franchise. And there we go, in the first 3 seconds of the trailer we see the main character is a man. Because we need a man in the game. Oh god, they're all dead. That's fake hair. She's a fake blonde. And she's wearing contact lenses. That's how the entire player base feels after finding out the main character is a man. Okay, I admittedly like the teacher. With the power of man, I compel you to obey me and do my bidding. That was the English translation. Go, my waifu, my harem of waifus, destroy! And then, you know what? Actually, the animations don't look bad, given that this is a gacha game. Oh, the bunny deer girl on the right. Oh, some of those outfits are very nice. Like, I would 100% attempt to obtain them. Yeah. Honestly, The characters, you know, they were cute, amazing outfits, but outside of that fairly basic, modern JRPG character models, but then at the same time, like, the majority of gacha games, the majority of mobile games don't really take place in a modern setting anyway. There's some kind of sci-fi post-apocalyptic fantasy element going on. But let's go ahead here and take a look at what some of the people are saying online. That's always fun. People underestimate Yuri fans too much. They don't like males in their game. Their wrath is terrifying. This is true. I've seen Japanese fans of idol groups, of anime, of video games, of gacha games. They're crazy. They took an all-female franchise where the girls are protagonists and the real heroes of the story and turned it into a generic harem where the male character orders them around and they all just love him because. This is a world that admittedly I'm sure a lot of us would like to be isekai'd into. Did they remove the male yet? What male? In this game, the protagonist is the only male character, a role that I'm sure a lot of you would be more than happy taking on. To be clear, the Blue Reflection series has actually been pretty explicit about the Yuri romance stuff, not just subtext like Love Live or something like that. Blue Reflection 2 outright has a couple of the side girls start dating midway through the game, and the protagonist of that game is a giant flirt towards the other girls. So introducing a male main character that the girls are into isn't just a Love Live thing, it could actually have really bad implications if it lasts long enough for those girls to be added into it. This game won't last for long after alienating the audience who are behind the game. Evidently, players are very upset. Nobody wanted this, but the developers thought to themselves, you know what? Screw our players, our loyal players that have been supporting us for years. You know what we need to really bring our game to a whole new level? A penis. Yeah, we need a penis in the franchise. So yeah, here it is. The beginning of the rapid decline of the entire Blue Reflection video game series. All because they tried to fix what wasn't broken. Now, if Blue Reflection is a gacha that you like purely for the Yuri aspect, then I got you covered with the game on screen right now, featuring a brand new Yuri gacha releasing this year. Or alternatively, here is a list of gacha games releasing this month, January 2023.